afternoon, students. Myself Dipankar Roy. We are going to discuss about basics of computer organization. In this lecture, our main objectives are to introduce the fundamental components of a computer system, to explain the basic working principles of these components, and to provide an understanding of how components interact. Now, what is computer? Computers are general purpose machines that take input from users, process these inputs, and then give the desired output. Also, the information processed stored in a storage. Now, what is the computer organization? Computer organization refers to the operational units and their interconnections that realize the architectural specifications. Now, let's discuss about the main components of a computer which help in the working of computer. What is these components? Central processing unit, memory unit, storage unit, and input-output devices. Okay. Central processing unit has two units. Number one, arithmetic logic unit and control unit. Arithmetic logic unit performs calculations and logical operations. Control unit directs the flow of instructions of the data. And memory unit, it has the two types. Number one is primary memory and secondary memory. Now, question is, what is primary memory? Primary memory is a volatile or non-volatile. That means RAM is a volatile memory and ROM is a non-volatile memory. That means it can only read. Okay. Storage devices are the secondary memory. We are called secondary memory. That is HDD and SSD and pen drive and removable drive also. That is long-term data stored in this device. Input-output devices. We can input these devices, use these devices, keyboard, mouse, scanner, and some others input devices, that is a joystick. Okay. Graphical tablet, okay, that is also input devices. Output devices, monitor, printer, speaker, plotter, okay. Now, let's discuss about the components. Of computer. CPU. The central processing unit is often referred to as the brain of computer. It is responsible for executing instructions and carrying out calculations calculations. The CPU consists of one or more processing cores, each of which can execute multiple instructions simultaneously using a combination of arithmetic logic unit and control units. Now, memory. Memory is also known as RAM. We previously discussed about this. That is where the computer stores data and instructions while they are being processed. Unlike storage devices like hard drives, which store data permanently, memory is a volatile. Volatile means RAM. RAM is volatile, meaning it contents are lost when the computer is turned off. Then it can be lost its contents. Okay. Input output devices. With these devices, we can input the data or instructions and get the result from the output devices. Okay. Now we discuss about working process of computer. Working process of computer. How the work a computer input, process and output. The working process of a computer can be divided into three main stages, that is input, processing and output. Here we discuss about this input stage. The input stage is the first step in the working process of a computer. This is where data and instructions are entered into computer for processing. Input devices such as keyboard, mouse, scanners and microphones are used to enter data, while software applications are used to provide instructions to the computer. The input data the inputted data is then converted into a binary code that the computer can understand and process. Now let's become it can be moved processing device that can process the inputted data where the computer performs all the necessary computations and manipulations on the inputted data. This stage involves using the central processing unit, and other hardware components such as memory and storage. The CPU execute instructions and perform calculations, while memory and storage are used to temporarily or permanently store data and programs. Now discuss about output devices or output. The output stage is the final step in the working process of a computer. This is where the processed data is presented to the user in a human readable form. Output devices such as monitors, printers and speakers are used to display, print or playback the results of the processing stage. Overall, the working process of a computer involves the input of data and instructions, the processing of that data and instructions and the output of the results of that processing. This basic process is used in a wide variety of applications, from simple personal computing tasks to complex scientific simulations and data analysis. Now, how does a computer actually start working? That is the question. When we turn on a computer, it goes through a startup process that initializes its hardware and software components, preparing the system for use. Here is a general synopsis of how a computer initiates working. That is, when we turn on a computer, that is power on. When we turn on a computer, it receives a signal to start up from the power supply unit, which supplies electricity to all components of the computer. Then BIOS, that BIOS runs a series of diagnostic tests that is called POST, power on self test, to assure that all the hardware components are working properly. If there are any issues such as missing components or failed test, then BIOS will usually display an error message on the screen or display the output devices from the output devices. When this checking is complete, then BIOS loads the bootloader, which is the software responsible for loading the operating system. The bootloader is typically stored on a hard drive or solid state drive and is loaded into memory. Okay. Then it loads the operating system into the memory. The operating system is the software that manages the computer's hardware and software resources, and it provides a user interface that allows you to interact with the computer. Once the startup process is complete, then the computer is ready for use. Now we can launch software applications, browse the internet, create documents, and perform any other task we need to do on the computer.